Hey guys, Eric Engberg here with ericforyou.com, Austin Real Estate. And in this video, I thought I'd talk a little bit about all of the affordable new construction going on in the city of Jarrell. So Jarrell is about a 45-minute drive north of Austin. Historically, it's been a rural community. Here in the last couple of years, it's definitely seen some growth, and that's primarily due to the ever-increasing home prices in the Austin area. Buyers are looking for more affordable options, and so builders have started to sprawl out to some of these outlying towns and communities where, one, there is land available to build on, and two, it's just less expensive than it is in the Austin area. And typically, the lower the cost of the land for the builder, the lower the cost of the home. They can kind of pass that savings on to the buyer. So another thing that I'd like to talk about is the type of financing that is available to buyers in Jarrell. So there's a loan program called USDA. And USDA offers 100% financing or zero down. Now, USDA is not available everywhere. It's only available in rural communities. And they define rural as having a population of less than 20,000. Jarrell, last I checked, was anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 in population. It's probably a little low. The numbers that I was looking at were from 2018. And so I'm sure they're higher than that, but still much less than 20,000 and probably will be for some time. So here recently, I helped a client buy a new home in a community called Sonterra that's located in Jarrell. And we're going to talk a little bit more in detail about Sonterra here in a few minutes. But here's something that's really neat when you buy new. A lot of times, home builders will contribute thousands of dollars towards your closing cost. There is a caveat. They typically want you to use their lender. But in the case of my client, the lender did a phenomenal job, was very responsive. We closed on time. So overall, the experience was great. Because the builder contributed so much towards his closing cost and he qualified for a USDA loan, he was able to buy a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, a little over 1,600 square feet. And his total out-of-pocket was less than $2,000. Now, interest rates with USDA are surprisingly competitive. Most of the time, actually, the rate's going to be even less than what you're going to find with a conventional or an FHA loan. So if you can qualify for USDA, that's definitely the way to go. And then again, you couple it with the builder's contribution towards your closing cost. And again, you can really make your dollar stretch. All right, so let's take a look at Jarrell. So Jarrell is everything here bordered by red. And as you can see, there is just a ton of farmland that surrounds Jarrell. So a lot of opportunity for builders, a lot of opportunity for growth. And this right here that I've got outlined in, I guess that's turquoise, is the actual community of Sonterra. And it's actually bigger than this. This must be kind of a little bit of an older map. Let me zoom into another map here real quick. Okay, so again, here is Sonterra, everything right here in turquoise. Now this section right here is a section that my client bought in. And this section of Starlight Homes was actually zoned as condos. But for all intents and purposes, they were single family homes. They were detached, they had their own yard, privacy fence, that kind of thing. Now this section right here is actually all the way sold out. But this section right here is their new section, and it's in a park called Bailey Park. And they've got 135 lots. I think they've only sold 15. So there's still a lot of opportunity to buy here. And then this is the amenity center. And then here are the different schools. So definitely within walking distance. It's about a mile from the amenity center. So about a 20-minute walk, 4-minute drive. You've got the elementary. And the elementary is grades pre-K through third. And then you have the intermediate school that is grades 4 and 5. And then you've got the middle school, which is grades 6 through 8th. And then over here, you've got the high school, of course, grades 9 through 12. So high school is about a 5-minute drive from Sonterra. The intermediate and the middle school, about a 6-minute drive. And again, the elementary could be in walking distance. So let me show you now where Jarrell is relative to some of the surrounding cities. So of course, we talked about Austin. So Austin, and I'm recording this, really at rush hour traffic. It's about a 48-minute drive. This right here is the 130 toll road. So, probably the quickest way to get to downtown Austin. You could travel 35, but I tried to avoid 35 at all costs. And then moving north, you've got Round Rock, and Round Rock's going to be about a 35-minute drive. And then you got Georgetown, and Georgetown's going to be, about a 16-minute drive, if you take 35. So really, Georgetown north to Jarrell, 35 isn't that bad. But actually, if you worked in Leander, Cedar Park, Hutto, even if you worked like in Liberty Hill, it's still going to be a pretty reasonable commute time. So just wanted to point that out. So let me give you some details about the community of Sonterra. So Sonterra is a master plan community that spans about 1,400 acres. It does have a community center. There's a clubhouse that adjoins 2 pretty good-sized swimming pools. There's a nice playscape for the little ones. There's a couple of basketball goals. But really, there's just a lot of wide open free space there. Great place to take the family for a picnic or just to run around. Now, the HOA dues, which run $300 a month for that new section in Bailey Park, are going to cover really all of the maintenance and the upkeep of the community center. Now, also, Sonterra has about 30,000 square feet of retail and restaurant space. All of your favorite fast food joints, restaurants, most of them anyways, are going to be in a relatively short distance from the community. I noticed a McDonald's, Burger King, Denny's, Papa John's. But here's the thing. Unfortunately, Jarrell does not have any of the major grocery store chains that have a store in Jarrell. So if you want to go to an H-E-B, which is probably the most popular grocery store in Central Texas, you're going to need to drive into Georgetown, which is, again, depending on traffic, going to be anywhere from about an 18 to 22-minute drive. Georgetown, you're going to find H-E-B, you're going to find Walmart, Target, St. David's Hospital. Now, Jarrell does have a grocery store. It actually has a couple grocery stores, one that's really small, and then they have a Brookshire Brothers. I looked online. I didn't actually go in, but the photos show a very well-stocked grocery store. So pretty much anything that you would need, you're going to be able to find at Brookshire Brothers. Now, for even more robust shopping, you can go into Round Rock. Round Rock has a premium outlet mall that just has a ton of stores and restaurants. There's also an IKEA. Really, just the closer you get into Austin, the more choices that you're going to have for shopping and entertainment. But I'm certain that as Jarrell continues to grow and the population continues to increase, we're going to see more and more stores and the major chains start opening up stores in the Jarrell area. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about the schools. So Sonterra is going to be zoned for Jarrell ISD. And to be perfectly honest with you, they're not the best schools. I did a little research and, their test scores aren't the greatest, and really just historically, the school district has underperformed. But honestly, that's not too uncommon with rural districts, and I think that's largely due to the lack of tax revenue that are going into the schools, because there's a lot of farmland, and a lot of farmland is what is called ag exempt. So they don't pay a lot of taxes. So there's not a lot of money going into the schools. But I'm pretty confident, because I've seen it before in rural districts, that as soon as the population starts to grow, there's more homes, there's more businesses going up, and they're all paying taxes. There's more revenue being poured into the schools, and the schools really just have more money to spend on their students. So I really just kind of wanted to point that out, because I think it's an important detail. Now, I want to give some praise to Starlight Homes. Starlight Homes is the builder that built my client's home. And honestly, I didn't know hardly anything about them going into the transaction. But again, we were pleasantly surprised. They delivered above and beyond, built a beautiful home. Their lender was great to work with. And overall, it was just a very fulfilling, stress-free process. Now, Starlight Homes is actually a division of Ashton Woods. And if you're not familiar with Ashton Woods, they're a higher-end builder. They're a former Builder of the Year, and overall just have a pretty good reputation in the industry. Okay, so I want to give you an idea of the price ranges of homes with Starlight Homes. So they range anywhere from about $187,000 to around $230,000. Now, my client bought what's called the Endeavor floor plan. And the Endeavor floor plan is a 2-story home. And a quick refresher, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, a little over 1,600 square feet, really good size, attached 2-car garage that sat on a pretty decent sized lot. So let me read off some of the standard features that you're going to find with Starlight Homes. You're going to have granite countertops, an under-mounted kitchen sink, stainless steel appliances. So in the kitchen, everything is stainless, including the fridge. And if you've never bought a new home before, or any home for that matter, fridges aren't usually included. So it's definitely a bonus. It's not a huge fridge. It's not a side-by-side, but it's a decent-sized fridge, and it is stainless steel. So you're going to have the mounted microwave oven and dishwasher, and again, they're all stainless steel. Another huge bonus is they come with brand new washer and a dryer. So pretty much turnkey. When you buy a home, move in, you don't have to worry about ordering new appliances or anything like that. So let's talk about what's not included. Ceiling fans, garbage disposals. And this one was kind of a surprise. There are no lights in any of the guest bedroom closets. Now there is in the master, but in the guest bedroom closets, there are no lights, and there's no outlet for a light. So just kind of something that you want to take into consideration there. The other thing is they do supply blinds. They'll put up blinds, but they'll only put up blinds on windows that are what they call street facing. So if it faces a street, you're going to have blinds. Any of the other windows, no blinds. So again, that's just something that you're going to have to expect to install yourself. All right, guys. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to reach out to me if I can help. And until next time.